October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Andrew Billings breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
60 or. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run down.
On 3rd down, Stidham Got his man. That's Harry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full five.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Stidham. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And an alley to run. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level. That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Stidham. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hey, Haywood!
3rd and long. It's Stidham. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward. Touchdown, Packers! Quinn
Quincy Enunwa. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Yeah. You don't want none. Go.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Stidham. Over the middle, complete. It's Shelton.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
56. Double dog, that's the way.
3rd and 2, now Stidham. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Davante Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now it's Rodgers. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We play to win. Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Looking deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. New England on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. Anunwa's got it. Complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A toss play to Hunt. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Stidham. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. second down, Stidham to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's Stidham to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now it's Stidham.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a first down carry by Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And the Bills have now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Golik's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
As we said, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
22 yards there, a 1st down. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now Stidham. And now here is another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A final shot before half for Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. So we've reached half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here are the Packers now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Rodgers now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's a noon one. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 30. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Switch.
Again, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On first down, Stidham. Over the middle, complete. That's Shelton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
Ready.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is Hunt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Come on, let's go.
On second down, here's Stidham. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shelton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30, the 30. 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, "Hey, these pants make me look fat." And we said, "Nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy."
He is. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Blue 58. 3 is the mic. It's coming this way, Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll go again to Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Throwing is Rodgers. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On the ground, this is Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if you bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
3 down, 3 down. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Switch, switch, switch.
Alert, alert.
Go.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shelton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready, ready. 50, plant.
Out of the gun, Stidham. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Stidham. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Here we go with Michel. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. No problem there on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Oh, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Rodgers looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Quincy Enunwa with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game, and privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,